Okay, here we have Mouse 1, Chapter 6, the last one for Mouse 1. Another visit. Anybody home? The door wasn't locked. Mala, were you crying? No, I don't know. I tell you, I'm at my wit's end. What now? Your father, he treats me as if I were just his maid or worse, his nurse. At least the maid has days off. She gets paid. He only gives me $50 a month, and when I need a pair of stockings, I have to use my own savings. Well, he hasn't changed. Whenever I needed school supplies or new clothes, Mom would have to plead and argue for weeks before he'd cough up any dough. When I try to argue with him, he moans he's gonna have another heart attack. I can't be sure if he's faking, so I have to stop. I feel like I'm in prison. I feel like I'm gonna burst. I'm gonna get some juice. You want some? No, but I tell you something. When we first got married, I needed clothes. It was a year and a half after Anya died. He took me to her closet and he said, "See, everything's for you." I said I wouldn't touch her things. My God. How that man carried on. I swear sometimes I think he just married me because I'm the same size as Anya. Yeah, he's always been, pragmatic. Pragmatic? Cheap. It causes him physical pain to part with a nickel. I used to think the war made him that way. I went through the camps. All our friends went through the camps. Nobody's like him. It's something that worries me about the book I'm doing about him. In some ways, he's just like the racist caricature of the miserly old Jew. Say that again. I mean, I'm just trying to portray my father accurately. Even for himself, he won't spend any money. He has hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, and he lives like a pauper. Look, he grabs paper towels from restrooms so we won't have to buy napkins or tissues. I wish I got Mom's story while she was alive. She was more sensitive. It would give the book some balance. Your mother. I just don't know how she could stand living with him. I don't know how I can stand. Oh, hi, kids. I didn't know you were upstairs here. I was watering downstairs the garden. Mel and I were just talking about my book. I've already started to sketch out some parts. I'll show you. See? Here are the black markets where they hang the Jews in Sosnowiec. Ugh. And here's you saying, ugh. When I think of them, it still makes me cry. Yes, it still makes me cry. It's an important book. People who don't usually read such stories will be interested. And that right there, stepping away from the text, is one of the benefits, I think, of this, is that he, by creating a graphic novel or a parable, has brought the Holocaust to a whole new world of people. However, that right there is also one of the criticisms, that he's somehow belittling it. I will let you decide. Continuing on. Yeah, I don't ever read such comics, and I am interested. Well, of course you're interested. It's your story. Yes, I know already my story by heart, and even I am interested. It should be very successful. Yeah, someday you'll be famous. You know, like, what's his name? What's his name? You know, the big chef cartoonist. What cartoonist would you know? Oh, Walt Disney. Yeah, Walt Disney. Wait, where do you go, Artie? I gotta get a pencil. I just gotta write this conversation down before I forget. Come, we'll all go to the garden. You'll see how nice it looks, the bushes. You go. I've got to get ready. I have an appointment at the hairdresser's. Again to the hairdresser. Only went a week ago. She sees more often hairdresser than she sees me. You see how it is. Anytime I want to go out for a few minutes, he makes me feel guilty. I'm supposed to be at his constant beck and call. What I said that's so terrible. Believe me, you have more fresh air from the garden than from 100 hairdressers. Oh, Vladek, stop it. You see how she is? What do you have to do with her? Come on, Pop. Let's go sit in the garden. If I only say one word already, she starts a big argument. She says she wants to leave me. I tell her, so, here's the door. But remember, it only goes one way. If you go out, you can't come back. Maybe you should both see a marriage counselor. I don't want the stranger should mix my private stories. To a lawyer I talked years ago, and right away he warned me, Vladek, watch out, I see this woman is money conscious. And once Mal and I sat with Aunt Helen to help agree us for a new will, but a month after, Malna wanted again to change it. Don't see a therapist about your will. Talk about how you're gonna get along better. With Mala, it's not going to get along. It's only the money. I give up. I don't know what to say. You see? Also, I don't know what to say. Look, I can't stay long. I need to know more about Anya and you. Ooh, it's chilly. Take a blanket. No thanks. What happened in 1944 after you left Strajula? We sneaked towards Sosnowiec, and if you remember, this is when they were walking with nowhere to go. Oh, I lost the page now. But yeah, right there. That was the last time we saw them. They were walking. Everywhere they went was a path leading to danger. So that's where we're picking up. They're walking around Sosnowiec. They survived the liquidation. It was still dark outside. We didn't know where to hide ourselves. Janina lives over there. Rishu's governess. Always she offered to help. Remember, she was the one long ago. Anya said, oh, the Poles don't need much to get stirred up about the Jews. And she says, Mrs. Spiegelman, how can you say such a thing? I think of you as family. So let's see. We came here to Janina's house. Who's there? Oh my God, it's the Spiegelmans. You'll bring trouble. Quick, go away. Slam. This is the woman who said, I think of you like family. I wonder when at the beginning he says, friends. You starve in a week and you see what friends is. And they turn on each other. And look at what the Nazis, they made people so afraid of the other, of the Jew, that they were turning their backs on him, right? The propaganda worked. She says, I'm frightened, Vladek. And again, they're wearing masks, but look at how he depicts her. Look at this one. What is unique about this panel on 136 in the bottom left? They're both wearing masks, but how is Anya depicted in a way that shows her more Jewish in appearance? She can't hide as easily. How is that depicted here? Well, her tail, right? She can't get rid of everything. Vladek can hide easily. She has certain characteristics that just look Jewish. She can't hide as easily. She can't wear a mask as easily. Maybe we should try my father's old house. The janitor has known our family for years. Oh, let's try. We've got to get off the streets before dawn. It was a little safe. I had a coat and boots, so like Gestapo wore when he was not in service. But Anya, her appearance, you could see more easily she was Jewish. I was afraid for her. Wake up, Mr. Lukowski. Let us in. Who is it? Anya Zeigelberg. What are you doing here, child? It isn't safe. Wait, I'll unlock the gate. Go through the courtyard to the shed in the back. I'll bring you some food. Thank God there are some kind people left. Jews! There's Jews in the courtyard, police! An old witch recognized Anya from her window. Hurry! We ran fast to the shed and hid in the straw. It's okay for now. I don't think anyone heard her. She's a little senile anyway. But you must look for a better place to stay. Someone is bound to recognize you here. It's almost morning. Oh, wait, here. I'm going to scout around. Oh, be careful. I walked, but I didn't know where to go. And soon I heard someone was following behind me. I walked slow, behind me walk slow. If I walk fast, behind me walk fast. We were alone, and he spoke. Amja. In Hebrew, he said to me, our nation. Had I to answer him or no? Amja. I thought you were a Jew. And then as the panel goes forward, you can see he, too, is a Jew in hiding. I'm Jewish, too. There are very few of us left. My wife and I have been hiding in Sosnowiec for over a year. I'm with my wife, too. We're hungry. We need a place to hide. Go to the black market on Takurta. Number 8. So I left, and I went right away to Takurta. There was a big courtyard. All around they looked, but it was nobody. Psst, want to buy some food coupons, mister? Want to buy some food without coupons, mister? She showed to me sausages, eggs, cheese, things I only was able to dream about. I bought and went quick back to Anya. Good morning. Oh, Vladek, you took so long. I went to get breakfast. Sausage? Eggs? Maybe you prefer chocolate. What? It's a miracle. How did you manage it? I'm a magician. Have some milk. I went back again to Takurta. There I could change jewelry for marks, and marks for food or a place to stay. This time it was more people. There even I saw some Jewish boys I knew from before the war. Vladek Spiegelman! I hardly recognized you. You're still alive, eh? Leo? Yes, I'm with Anya. We need a hiding place. How about Mrs. Kauka? She has a small farm on the outskirts of town. She might take you in if you can pay. It was not so far to Kauka's farm. All right then, Mr. Spiegelman, you and your wife can stay in my barn. We'll come late tonight. But remember, if you're found out, I don't know you. You must say that the barn door was open and you sneaked in. Don't worry, we won't betray you. And so we came there to live in with Kauka's cow. It's almost done. When Mrs. Kauka comes to milk her cow, she'll bring you some coffee. Where are you going? To Takurta. Oh, don't leave me again. I'm terrified while you're gone. Look at the way she is depicted, right? Helping to tell the story. Don't worry, Anya. I'll be safe. If I didn't go out, we wouldn't have food. We wouldn't have this place. And we've got to find a warmer place for the winter. Away from Sosnowiec, if possible. I'll be okay. Come back quick. I traveled often with the streetcar into town. It was 2 cars. One for German officials and the second was for the Poles. Always I went straight into the official car. Hail Hitler! The Germans paid no attention to me. In the Polish, they could smell if a Polish Jew came in. At the black market, I saw several times a nice woman. What I made a little friends with her. Good morning, Mr. Spiegelman. How do you do, Mrs. Motonowa? What do you have in your basket today? How about a fresh loaf of bread? Oh, fine, fine. Oh, I'm sorry I don't have any change. It's okay. Keep it for your little boy. You and your wife still living in a barn. We haven't found anything better. I've been thinking about it. Why don't you move in with me and my son? What about your husband? He works in Germany, and he only comes home for 3 days every 3 for 10 days every 3 months. I'll keep you hidden in the cellar when he's around. Sounds good to me, but it's over 20 kilometers to your house in Sosnowiec. My wife, she'll be afraid. Don't worry, I'll escort you. The next evening, she came with her 7-year-old boy to Kauka's farm. I walked with Motonowa as if she was my wife, and Anya, like a governess, went with the little boy behind, and nobody even looked at us. We had a little comfort. We had where to sit. Remember, little one, never tell anybody that there are Jews. They'll shoot us all. Yes, Aunt Anya. The little boy was very smart, and he loved very much Anya. You had to pay Mrs. Motonowa to keep you, right? Of course, and I paid well. Well, what do you think? Somebody who's willing to risk their life for nothing? I paid also for the food which she gave to us from her smuggling business, but one time I missed a few coins to the bread. I'll pay the rest tomorrow, after I go out and catch some valuables. Sorry, I wasn't able to find any bread today. Always she got bread, so I didn't believe, but still she was a good woman. In his school, the boy was very bad in German, so Anya tutored him. She knew German like an expert, and soon he came in with very good grades. My teacher asked how I improved so much, and they all kind of hold their breath. So I told him my mother was helping me. He was very clever, the boy. But that was few things here not so good. Her home was very small, and it was on the ground floor. Be sure to keep away from the window, you might be seen. 1 minute! Quick, get in the closet! Somebody came. We had to hide fast. A letter from your husband, Miss Motonowa. Oh, thank you. But I had something allergic in the closet, or maybe it was a cold, I can't remember. But always I had to sneeze. Still, everything here was fine until one Saturday Motonowa ran very early back from her black market. This is terrible! The Gestapo just searched me. They took my goods. They may come here and search the whole house. You've got to leave. What? But where do we go? I don't know, but you must get out! Oh my God, this is the end. Anya started to cry, but we had no choice. We walked ourselves, Sosnowiec. At least we'll know our way around. Anya was so afraid she was shaking. Stay calm. We'll walk as if you're just strolling. Speak German. For hours we walked. Vladek, we're being followed. Relax. But if we turned a corner, they also turned. Of course I was right. They didn't mean anything on us. They were just walking. Staying on the streetcar all night is too dangerous, and maybe we can hide in that construction site. Oh, good. I'm exhausted. Here was foundation, made very deep in the ground. Be careful. I jumped in first and pulled over bricks for Anya to step down, and here we waited a cold few hours for the day. It started to be light. Come, we won't be noticed if we mix in with the Poles in the street. Oh, I'm so tired. We can rest now. We came finally again to the place with the cow and went inside. Later, Kauka came out. Who's there? The Spiegelmans. We had nowhere else to go. Well, I guess you can stay, but remember, I don't know you're here. What? Miss Spiegelman, you're shivering. Oh, you can come in the house for an hour and warm up. She took Anya inside and brought to me some food. In those days, I was so strong I could even sit in the snow all night. Things can't be this bad everywhere. I'd give anything to get out of Poland. You know, before I took you in, I had a young man and his son here. The people I know smuggled them into Hungary. I heard he and his boy, they're doing well there. Hungary, really. I'd like to meet those smugglers. She told me these acquaintances visited often to her on Thursday evenings. Today was maybe Monday. I don't get it. Wasn't Hungary as dangerous as Poland? No. For a longer time it was better. There was in Hungary for the Jews. But then, near the very finish of the war, they also got put into Auschwitz. I was there. I saw it. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of Jews from Hungary. So many it was even there wasn't room enough to bury them in the ovens. But at the time, when I was there with Kauka, we couldn't know them. So I went the next day to Dekerta to buy some food. Oh God, Mrs. Spiegelman, you're alive. I'm so glad to see you. Miss Motonowa? I wanted to find a new connection to hide us, but really I didn't know to think I'd find her again. Oh, praise Mary, you're safe. I couldn't sleep. I felt so guilty about chasing you and your wife out. The Gestapo never came to my house. I just panicked for nothing. Please, just come back. Anya was glad to go back, and Motonowa also, and always I paid her nicely. And that same night, we said goodbye to Kauka and went again to Sosnowiec. After we were back only a short time, well, my husband writes that he's coming for his vacation. If he knew you were here, he'd throw us all out. But don't worry, you'll be all right in my cellar. I set up a mattress. I'll come down whenever I can. So each day and night we sat in storage locker. In the days we were afraid to breathe, people came down too often to open their lockers. At night we could move around a little, but there was something else. Ah! What is it? There's rats! Shh, calm down. Those aren't rats. They're very small. One ran over my hand. It's just a mouse. Of course, really was rats, but I wanted Anja to feel more easy. But then Motonowa stopped to come. It's been 3 days since she brought any food. Here, have another candy. I still had candies I organized into Kertra. Only this we had to